guys, I'm the Burke and I do things. And today is Scott's birthday and I thought what better way to celebrate than to have him pick a full face of makeup for me. I don't think he's done this for over a year now. I don't think he's picked a full face of makeup for me since last summer, which that was bad. That was a bad time. But this time I decided I'm going to film the actual experience of him choosing the makeup. You can see what he chooses. Then I will try to make a full face out of what he chooses. Pray for me. And I'll also do a little bit of chatting with you guys throughout trying on the makeup because I did want to give you guys some updates on how the anatomy scan went. We did find out we are having a girl, but I wanted to let you know a little bit more behind the scenes of that and just give you a couple updates on the pregnancy in general. So if you guys want to see Scott choosing out my makeup and then me attempting to put on my makeup, then keep on watching. Let's go. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Do you know what today is?
It's Sunday.
Well, do you know what day?
7th? 13th.
Do you know what day this is going live on? This video is going live on a special day.
I don't know.
It's called your birthday. It's your birthday, technically, the day this is happening.
Oh, this is great.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So for your birthday, I thought you'd love nothing more than to choose a full face of makeup for me.
I love nothing more. Let's do it.
All right, go ahead. You know, there's makeup everywhere, so.
Here.
Most of my stuff is pretty well labeled.
So you want to use this?
Just everything you want, just put there. Okay. Everything I labeled pretty well, so.
I don't know what makes a full face.
I'll help walk you through it.
So just one of these.
Okay.
One of these.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I feel like you're not reading what the drawers are.
Why would that help me?
Because like some of them say like there's two different things in there. Like this says primer and setting powder. This is eyeliner and brow.
What did I grab? This is a foundation. Primer. Setting powder. Foundation. I don't.
It's powder. That's powder.
Where does it say powder?
Well, if you opened it, you'd see that it is powder.
I would be like, no, this is a foundation, not a powder.
Maybe try to grab a primer too.
What's a secret code word for primer?
Not powder. Not powder.
This is a primer.
Okay. Let's focus on getting something for the eyeliner and the brows.
Ooh, what's this? There you go.
It's a brow conditioner.
So this is brows. So I'm not choosing that? I don't know.
Okay, that's a brow. Okay. Wait, what about eyeliner?
Well, I was checking to see what the other thing was.
Okay.
Why are you getting so...
Happy birthday.
Oh my god, this is a liquid liner. So I'm assuming that works. Find out. This is glitter and a single eyeshadow. This is glitter.
Keeping you up here, kid.
No, this is liquid eyeshadow. No, perfect. This is both glitter and eyeshadow.
Okay.
Concealer.
Let's just remember I'm not self-tan. Just remember I'm not...
Concealer.
Ooh, okay. Wait, what about foundation? Okay.
I was looking...
Oh, sorry. I'm not self-tan. Just remember that.
I don't know what that means.
So pick one that looks like it will match
me.
me.
I don't know if this is a foundation.
Well, the concealers are all in this little part, and then everything else is foundation.
Didn't I just do a concealer?
Yeah. Now you wanted to pick a foundation that will match my skin.
Why wouldn't you tell me this prior? That... Okay. This is a foundation.
Yikes.
Setting spray. They're all setting sprays. According to the sign.
All right, settle down with the trying to close them. They're closed enough. You're exposing my collection.
Eyeshadow palette. So they're all eyeshadow palettes. Highlighters. So these are all highlighters. Blush. So these are all blush. Whoa. Bronzer. So these are all bronzers. Oh. Guess that's one. Alright, anything else?
How about some mascara? Would be in the little mascara mug.
This?
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Maybe it's like when you plug a USB in and you gotta flip it upside down a couple times. No, I don't see anything that says mascara on it. Do you?
Okay, just pick something. All right, and lastly, lips. My lips.
And where can I find that?
There's a couple options. There's this area
Doesn't
or
say lips.
all of that.
Doesn't say lips. Yeah.
So this
How did I do?
Well,
Everything
everything is
Louie, do you think I did well too?
everything's okay except the foundation's a little dark. Who cares, right? It's your birthday. You want me to not match?
Come here.
Happy birthday, Mom. Best birthday present ever.
Welcome.
Best birthday ever. Right here.
Welcome. What else do you need?
A prayer. Okay. Fun. All right. We'll figure it out. Because, no offense, but you picked out... Oh, I didn't realize that this was really, really dark. So I need you to pick out a different powder that is not a brown color.
All right. I
Deep
just
breath.
need some help. Can you please help me? Direct me to the section that is a little lighter.
Okay. Basically, you picked the darkest option in this entire section.
Okay.
So
that's what I did. So what should I do?
Can you pick one pressed and one loose? Let's try that out.
Can you just point me in the direction of
anything
the press?
here?
I already did pick something from here.
And it was too dark. So
It was
try
too
again.
dark,
You picked
so-
literally the darkest one, so it was the worst you could have done. You can't do any worse now. Turn it over, let me see. Ivory. No. Try again. Yes, we can do that one. That's a loose option. Now pick a press option.
So I'm gonna put this back.
Yeah, pick a different pressed. We can do that.
Okie dokie.
All right. Whew. All right, and let's
now
pick.
we have it.
No, we need a different foundation. This one is way too dark. That's one of my self-tan shades. I'm sorry.
How do I know that I'm gonna have to come back on a little. Well, this is too light.
Some
now.
things I can manipulate. That's not
Okay,
a shade I
where do you want me
can
to put this?
in the drawer. Just pick.
How about
Perfect.
this?
That works.
This is the one.
Okay, we can do something with that, I
This
think.
is physician's formula, so don't mess it up.
Okay, deep breaths now. All right. Now you have not completely sabotaged me.
Sabotage!
So, this is going to be interesting. I know I probably cheated by making him come in and change some stuff, but I might need to leave my house today, so I did not want to have just very offensive looking makeup on. So I think we'll be fine. I'm probably going to go in with the concealer before the foundation because it's a little darker, but the eyes are where we're going to have an interesting experience because he chose an eyeshadow palette, glitter eyeshadow, a ColourPop Super Shock. And he also chose an eyebrow pencil that is really light for me, and the eyeshadow palette doesn't have a dark brown for me to finagle with, so we might be in trouble. So for a primer, he did choose the Too Faced Hangover RX primer. This is a nice hydrating primer. It's not something that I find is something I need in my life, but when I get samples of it, I like to use it. It does provide a nice hydrating base. And it has, I don't want to say it's like a coconut scent, but it's like very something. It's something. It smells like something very specific. I should review makeup for a profession. It smells like something. There you go, we are primed. And like I said, I am gonna go in with the concealer first, and he chose the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer. This is one of my favorites. I have this in the shade C4, which is like a little dark for me right now, but we'll work with it. So I did want to talk to you guys about the anatomy appointment. We had that last week, and everything went really well, honestly. Like, everything measured well on the baby. There is only one issue, and it is with me and not with little baby girl. So turns out that I have placenta previa. Previa, is that how you say it? So basically, currently, my placenta is laying underneath the baby, and it is covering the cervix. So right now, if I was later on in my pregnancy, it would be a lot bigger of an issue, the tech said. But since we are still so early on, it still could self-correct. But basically, if it was not to self-correct, I would have to have a C-section because I would not be able to birth anything the way we are right now. They are having me go back in 3 weeks now to re-ultrasound and see if any progress has been made with the placement of the placenta. But I mean, for right now, like, it's not really something I'm super concerned about. I was just glad that they said like the organs were where they belonged, all the parts were where they were supposed to be. That was kind of where all of my focus was that day. And then for foundation, he did choose the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation, and I have this in the shade LC1. So those were like the big things from the appointment. And then our plan was always, after we went to the appointment, we were gonna stop by Target really quick and grab something to make an announcement photo with. And I thought it was gonna be really easy. Like I thought I was gonna be able to find like a pack of onesies that said like Daddy's little girl or something like really very generic where it would be able to be like, it's a girl in a picture. That turned out to be a lot harder than I anticipated. We went to Target and there really wasn't anything that said little girl, which, okay, that's fine. But I didn't really want to just get something pink and be like, oh, it's a girl because it's pink. I wanted to do something a little bit more creative. And we couldn't really find anything. And then we were like, oh, maybe we can walk over to the books and see if there's like a book that we could use in the announcement photo. So we're like looking at the baby books. We can't find anything. And then like we turn back. When we turn back, we're facing the actual baby section, not like the baby clothes, but like the baby section. And in the back of the baby section was all like this like Halloween stuff. And I was like, what is that? And then I found the little pants with the black tutu and the pumpkin spice quote. And I was like, this one's it. This is the one. So we got it in a bigger size that will hopefully fit her next fall. And yeah, that was the behind the scenes of trying to figure out how to find something for that announcement photo. I know people love this foundation, but it has just never stood on my skin very well. And now I also feel like we lost some of the coverage of the concealer. I just had like these giant breakouts that came out of the blue, and I did not invite them to this party. I have never been able to get this foundation to sit well on my skin, and I don't know why. I feel like it's one that everyone says looks so perfect on them, and I just feel like it settles into every little crevice I have. He did pick some cream products, so we'll do those next. So for bronzer, he did choose this like palette from Alley Oop that has a bronzer, blush, and highlight. So we'll just use the bronzer today, which is the center. And I think I'm just gonna go in with the sponge, honestly. As far as my like sciatica pain has gone, it is very like back and forth. Like some days I'll be like, oh man, I like felt really good all day today. And then like it will hurt all night. Or like someone will literally say like, oh, how are you feeling today? And I'll be like, oh, like I feel good, like I feel fine. And then like within the hour, it'll be like, ow, ow, ow. So it's like so like up and down, and I don't know. Like right now I feel fine. However, last night, oh gosh, I had so much trouble sleeping last night. I kept waking up with all like this like hip pain, and I was just like very frustrated, honestly. And then for highlight, he chose the Catrice Dewy Wet Look Stick in the shade, does this have a shade? Splash and Glow. I think this has been discontinued, but I'm a fan of it. It's one of those really easy ones that you can just swipe right on, and I'll just kind of blend it in with my sponge. I truly hope that this look doesn't look horrible, because I did intend to leave my house. And we obviously had him re-choose the setting powder. The main reason I had him re-choose the setting powder was because when he first chose the Catrice powder, I thought he chose like my lightest shade, and I was like, fine, we can work with it. But he chose my self-tan shade, and I was just like, I can't. That one's like almost borderline orange. So for under my eyes, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. I was pretty happy actually when I saw him choose this one. This is a nice one. I have also noticed the like weird numbing feeling painness that I get at night. I thought it was gone, but it seems to have come back. Putting like doubling up with like kind of 2 pillows between my legs seems to help a bit with it, because for a while I just like kind of had, so I have like a C-shape pregnancy pillow, and having like the C part between my legs was helping for a while, but that didn't last very long. Now I need like that plus like an actual pillow to relieve some of that pain. So fun. I think one of the biggest things that has happened in the last week or so is like my appetite has really come back, and like I hadn't really put on a lot of weight at all during my pregnancy, like borderline none, and I had like lost a bit in the beginning. But now if you go to my original starting weight, I think I've put on about 6 pounds now. And like that all came on in like the last 2 weeks, like out of the blue. All right, and the pressed powder he chose for the second time was the Pure 4-in-1 powder, and this one I have in the shade Fair Ivory. So this should work a little bit better than that self-tan shade that he originally chose. And I'm just gonna kind of lightly set the face. I will say, as I'm filming this, football season is starting today, so I'm filming this on Sunday. Well, football season came back, I understand, last Thursday, but like for the Eagles, it starts today. And I don't know, it just feels so weird. I feel like it's been such a weird year, and it feels so weird to just be like, football. I don't know. I told Scott, I don't know if it's because of COVID or because of the fact I can't have deli meat. And like, one of the things I mean, not every game, but we always used to get hoagies when we would watch the Eagles games. And it just seems so weird to not be able to have a hoagie while I watch football. If you guys are from around this area, the Northeast, and you're familiar with Wawa, I have made it very clear to Scott that after this baby is out, there better be a Wawa hoagie ready for me to eat. That's for sure. So for brows, he didn't pick much. I am so glad I kind of got him to put the Benefit brow conditioner back, but he wound up picking the Hourglass Arch Micro Defining Pencil. And I just talked about this in my mid-month makeup review, that the shade is way too light for me, even though it's called Dark Brunette. So I don't actually know if I'm gonna be able to fill in my brows with this. There is a very, very light bronzer shade in the face palette he chose, so I might have to also compensate with that. But I'm gonna try to press as hard as I can and get some brow fillage in edge. These are not words. Okay, I feel like I pressed hard enough and we kind of filled in the brow. I was a little nervous there. I'm not crazy that we don't have brow gel. I do feel like some sort of comfort when it comes to brow gel. I don't know why, but I'm just gonna like push so hard. This just reminds me of like how I used, like brow pencils I used to use before I kind of discovered more creamy formulas, where it was just like I had to push so hard just to get a little bit of pigmentation. Okay, surprisingly, this is looking better than I expected. I just have to use all the pressure in the world. And I feel like when you use that much pressure, you're using so much more product. So it's like, what's the point of buying one that's so expensive if you're gonna have to push so hard and use so much product at once? Okay, we got some brows, we did it. Now I know he chose this face palette for blush, but I think we're gonna use all the products because I really like it. This is the e.l.f. Total Face Palette. This is in my August Shop My Stash, and I really like this palette. I use all the shades. So I'm gonna start off with the bronzer down here. Like, this is very good if I am not self-tan. It has like the perfect shades for me because I am, as Teresa is Dead would call it, I am the uncooked chicken shade. Like, I think the bronzer is like a really nice tone. I'm not sure if they make this palette in other shades. I didn't actually like specifically buy this palette. I'm pretty sure I got it a while ago. Emphasis on while ago. I think it came in a Target beauty box actually. And now I'll blush. And honestly, I just mixed the two blush shades and I think they look pretty. So here we go. Like, I really enjoy this palette. I think it's great. I think there are some like old school e.l.f. products that still like stand the test of time. Not all of them do, but I think this is one of them. My family's currently trying to guess what the vegetable size of the baby is this week. The answer is red pepper, in case you're wondering, because we are at 22 weeks. Don't ask me how last week said large banana and this week said red pepper. I don't really get who determines these foods, but I'm not really convinced that a red pepper is that much larger than a banana. And then the last thing I'll do is I'll go in a little bit with the highlight. I feel like the base is looking like, since I got him to reel in the shades, I feel like the base is looking good. Now is where I'm a little nervous for the eyeshadow. So he did choose the Profusion Citrine palette. So I think I'm only going to use the mattes out of this palette. He chose the Becca Light Gleam in Dusk. And I'm thinking of only using the glitter. But he also chose a ColourPop Super Shock in Lightning Bug. So, not sure. So I think I'm going to focus more on like these tones, is what I'm thinking. So I think I'm gonna use Papaya over here in my crease. So I'm going to go in with this BH Cosmetics number 9 brush and hope that we can come up with something semi-wearable. He also picked a black liquid liner, so I have to keep in mind that I'm gonna have to do that too. So I'm actually thinking of leaving the lower lash line empty with this look and only focusing on the upper lid. Okay, so we got papaya going on here. Kind of matches my hair ties. I was inspired to do this hair. I think I was watching Madison Miller's 11 and 12 week pregnancy update, and she had her hair like this, and I was like, oh, that one's easy. I could do that. I'm not really a hair connoisseur, but I could put 2 little pigtails in my hair. Something else I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with the pure powder and use that to like blend the edges. Getting creative here. Now I think I'm gonna use this shade down here, which is called Tea. I'm just gonna pack that on my eyelid. Okay. Now I'm just gonna blend a little more. Okay, that's not so bad so far. So I'm gonna use my finger and I'm gonna go in with Lightning Bug here. Lightning Bug looks like that. And I'm gonna focus that over that papaya shade. Got glitter fallout all over my face. That's perfect. Exactly what I was going for, obviously. It's really pretty. I think this is starting to dry out because I am fairly certain it's probably almost 2 years old. I want to kind of like brush away some of that glitter fallout. Now we're going to use this glitter from Becca. I have no idea how this shade is going to look, but I definitely didn't want to use the dark green like matte shade, but I figured maybe we could bring some of this glitter in on the inner corner, and then I could just use like a little flat brush to kind of tap it out. I don't know how I feel about this. These are definitely shades I would not have ever thought to mix together myself. I'm kind of tempted to even add a little Lightning Bug over that while it's still wet for like a little wow. I don't know if that's gonna make it more glittery or more patchy, but lots of glitter. Now I'm gonna use the blending brush. Try to make sure we blend a little more. If it was just gonna be like this, I don't think I'd be happy. But I think since we have a liquid liner, that might help tie everything together. So he chose the Seraphine Botanicals liquid kohl liner. Got this a while ago from an Ipsy bag. So we're gonna try to make this look cohesive. I really need to concentrate. I'm sorry, I'm not talking. Okay, I think that adding some sort of darkness kind of helped that all come together, and actually it looks kind of cool. It's very like Halloween-y because the glitter from this is green, and then we kind of got like the papaya orangey shade. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm sure Scott did that very intentionally, as you could see him choosing things out. All right, so for setting spray, he did choose my Pixie Glow Mist. So I'm gonna shake it up. For mascara, he chose Thrive. I honestly don't have a lot open, so he didn't have many to choose from, and I was just glad that he didn't choose anything else besides this because it's my favorite. I'm just like currently assessing the situation, and I feel like I want more blush. I feel like because of the eyes, I want to add more of this shade in. I feel like it'll look better if I add more. What would really look good with this color eyeshadow is my white peach e.l.f. blush, but that's not what he chose. All right, last thing he chose was a lip product, and surprisingly, I think it's gonna match. I don't know how we got lucky. So this is from Ofra, and this is their long-lasting liquid lipstick, one of my favorite formulas, and this is the shade Sedona. I just happen to have a mini of it. Yeah, I actually think that goes. Good job, Scott. So there's a full face of makeup chosen by Scott. I mean, I was nervous. I was very nervous at first. I'm so glad I had him reassess the base situation, because I feel like this is like not just even like a fun like look, like it's really like festive. Like I never would have thought to pair this with an orangey shade, but it kind of really does give it this like really like fall Halloween-y vibe, and I might do it again. But yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think of this look. Do you think Scott passes the test? Let me know in the comments, and as usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Twitter and my Instagram down below. Give them a follow, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!